They had a little cat, and the little girl liked to come by their house and she liked to play with the cat. And he had confessed to his fiance that he had killed this young girl. And this young girl was Anna. And when the police had gone to Klaus's apartment to obviously arrest him, they found that Klaus was missing. And this was because when they had gone to find him, he had actually taken Anna's body to basically go and bury it somewhere, but he had left a note for his fiance saying, like, meet me this evening in this bar because we need to talk. The police are there, they're privy to this information, they see the note, and they work out with the fiance kind of like a sting operation. So they get the fiance to meet up with Klaus, and when Klaus comes in to sit down and talk to his fiance, they arrest him at that point on the spot. Let's talk about Klaus Gobrowski, because he had a very interesting past. In 1973, so 7 years before Anna was unalived, Klaus had been arrested and charged for the attempted homicide of a 6-year-old girl that he had assaulted. So he had assaulted this 6-year-old and then tried to unalive her. Now, you would think that at this point, this man merits a prison sentence. But no, he did not get a prison sentence, because a mere 2 years later, in 1975, while he was out on the streets, he was then charged with 2 counts of sexual assault on 2 different young girls. And at this point, Klaus had admitted to being addicted to abnormal sexual instincts. And he had said that he lacked the ability to basically control himself. He lacked the ability to prevent those feelings from happening. And now you're thinking he must have got locked up. But because we know that he committed the homicide of Anna in 1980, I think you can guess that no, he wasn't convicted. Klaus was actually then committed to a psychological treatment facility. And this was because he had admitted to having these perverted sexual feelings. And whilst he was in the treatment facility, he was given the option to either get chemically castrated or to remain as an inpatient in this treatment facility. Now, obviously, the man's going to choose freedom. So 2 years after he's been admitted into this treatment facility, he gets chemically castrated and he gets released. And he gets released with no psych evaluation. So I just assumed that while he was in this treatment facility, he would have obviously been having therapy, he may have been getting some counselling, he may have been getting some form of, psychological treatment. However, he's never been evaluated, and all of what I've just said is alleged, because I couldn't find anywhere that actually said he was actively receiving treatment. But I'm just assuming that if you're in a treatment facility, you're receiving treatment.